It's Laura from Lightning Cosplay. The new year already started super busy for us. Bethesda asked us again to create something amazing for them. This time they wanted us to build the Nord helmet from the Elder Scrolls Online. The new chapter Greymoor takes place in Skyrim, and we created 3 of these amazing helmets for the announcement events. 1 for the event in Las Vegas and 2 for the event here in Germany, and also we could not resist and made another helmet for us, so we made 4 helmets in total. We already made the Nord costume back in 2014, and we thought this would be the perfect time to make an upgrade for the costume, so 4 helmets in 3 weeks. Sounds like fun. Let's start. Bethesda provided us the 3D model, so Ralph just had to make some small adjustments and separated the helmet for printing. The assembling, filling, sanding and priming process took us about 5 days. A lot of people forget how much work it can be to make a 3D print look flawless and to get rid of all the seams. Since I was not happy with the texture on the broken horn, I added some clay on top of it and added more texture to make it look more natural. Because we had to make 4 helmets in total and Bethesda also asked us to make a resin version, we had to make molds of the horns, the plates on the back, and of course the helmet itself. All molds were made with my all-time favorite brush-on silicone Rebound 25. I brushed on several layers until the silicone was thick enough. Afterwards it was time to create a mold jacket which will keep the silicone mold in shape. I built a barrier out of aluminum foil and aluminum tape and added a very thick layer of epoxy coat as first layer. Then I went on with fiberglass mats and epoxamide. I'll put all the products I used in the video description. I let the first half of the shell cure overnight, removed the aluminum foil and did the exact same process on the other half of the mold. After I sanded down the sharp edges of the shell, I used popsicle sticks and a hammer to open this monster. Now I just had to remove the silicone mold, cut off the excess silicone on the edges, and the mold was finally done. For casting I used Smoothcast 325. It's a clear resin which can be tinted with resin pigments. This technique is called slush casting or rotocasting. You may have seen it in some of my other videos. You just add several layers of resin until you get a nice and even coat on the entire inside of the mold. It is finally time for the most satisfying part, removing the silicone and see if the casting was a success. Next I had to clean up the edges and also remove the resin from the eye area. The 2 backplates were also casted with the same resin and cleaned up with a Dremel and a small file. The horns were casted with Smoothcast 65D. This resin cures white and is perfect for all types of rotocastings. As you can see, I also filled them with an expanding foam. To cast and clean up all pieces took us a few days, but then I could finally go on with my most favorite part, which brings all your hard work to life: the paint job. I gave the whole helmet a coat of a bright silver color. I used a bristle brush and stippled the color on to get kinda like an uneven texture. For more shine I polished some areas with a silver wax. And of course I added some weathering to the helmet. Not too much, but I wanted to make it look like the Nord has worn his helmet for a while during his adventures in Skyrim. Here I'm adding the little nose plate. We printed it with our resin printer. Since it's a small piece, we just printed it 4 times instead of making a mold and to cast it. The horns were painted with airbrush, and afterwards I added more texture to them with a bristle brush and brown acrylic colors. I glued the horns to the helmet with a strong epoxy glue. The Nord helmet has these red stripes at the front. I don't know if this is supposed to be blood or paint, but I really like the overall look. I sealed the paint with a matte spray varnish. Unfortunately, it takes off a little bit of the silver shine, and I knew before that this would happen, but I think it still looks quite good. The plates on the back of the helmet are connected with rings. We printed them with our Zortex Inkspire and cleaned and painted them. Ralph modified the 3D files and made this click-in system for a super easy assembling. And ta-da! Ralph added the whole thing to the helmet and secured it with rivets. But we were not done with the details. We printed all the tiny beads for the horns. I painted them and also spent so many hours in recreating all the different styles of braided bands. When you have to do it once, it's kind of fun, but I had to make it for 4 helmets. The last little details were the chains, well, and then we were done. We are so super proud how the helmets turned out. And again, I can't believe that we were able to realize this project in such a short time. And we not only made the helmets, Bethesda also asked us to create 2 shields for them. Of course, a full tutorial video is coming soon, so if you don't want to miss that, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And then I hope you had some fun today and maybe learned something, and then hopefully see you next time. Bye bye!